Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 9 for the event Marriage Prospects. In this example, we are going to study the birth chart of a male native about his destiny and the marriage prospects and also the timing of event. In this example, we can find some interesting facts that the key planets, when you're taking in a self-signification of all the planets, only one or two planets only will be having the favorable significators without any unfavorable. But all the remaining planets will have some mixed significations. Mixed signification in the sense favorable in on the higher side, but it also will have the unfavorable houses, but not detrimental. So among them, which are the planets are acting as the destiny key planet and also the Salar's key planet, we have to take it and check their rules, their role in the Bugdi Lord and also Antra Lord. And another thing is that in this chart, we can see the importance of the support planets. Support planet means conjunction, aspect, all these things along with the ruler's link. So let us check this chart. Example number 9, timing of marriage. The important points can be found in this example as I was explaining. Role of key planets of the destiny planet in the Dasa Lord and role of key planets of the Dasa Lord in Bugdi Lord, like build connection. These things we will be finding it. And role of support planets and the impact of the ruler's link. Apart from that, as I was briefing in the beginning, the key planets will be having both favorable and unfavorable houses. Within that, we have to find the strong favorable key planets. Let us check the birth chart now. This is the birth chart of the male, and we are going to study the destiny and also timing of event for the marriage. So now let us study the preliminary study on the natal chart. Let me open the North Indian chart for the benefit of the North Indian table followers. So now the Lagna is Cancer Lagna. You can see cuspal interception. The Lagna and second cusp both are following in the Cancer sign, and in the opposite 180 degrees 7 and 8 will be there. So second cusp also falling in the Cancer, third is falling in Leo, and fourth cusp is not falling on the Virgo. It is falling on the Libra. Anyway, so seventh lord or also eighth lord Saturn, also ninth lord Saturn posted in the ninth house. Seventh lord, eighth lord, ninth lord Saturn posted in the ninth house. That ninth house is good, but it is conjoined with the Ketu. It is indicating some affliction. Saturn is conjoined with the Ketu. Now, any other planet is afflicting Saturn. Saturn in the sign of Jupiter. That Jupiter is posted in the sixth house. And Mars is aspecting to Saturn by way of eighth aspect. Mars is fifth lord and 10th lord occupying the second house and aspecting to the seventh lord Saturn. So fifth lord from the second house aspecting to the Saturn, that is fine. That Mars is in the sign of Sun, Sun in the sign of Mars. So sign exchange. So that is also good that fifth house is strongly passed on to the Saturn. So that Saturn is posted conjoined with the Ketu is one weakness, but Saturn is aspected by Mars, signifying 2 and 5 houses. That is good. So that way that Saturn is aspecting to Rahu, that is okay, and occupying the third house. But Saturn is not strongly influenced by the strong unfavorable houses, but it is connected to Ketu and also sixth house Jupiter, and but favorable Mars from the second house, signifying fifth lord. So that way it is fine. So now let us check the self-significators. So let me take you to the EPS event. I have already chosen the event a marriage first natal, and let us check the self-significators and planet colors. This is what I was telling that many key planets will be with mixed significator. Let us see. Lagna Lord, second Lord occupying second house. This is good. So moon we can give green color, right? Sorry, moon. Moon we can give Lagna Lord, second Lord occupying. What happens? So I think I have closed, unfortunately. And colors and sorry. So Lagna Lord, second Lord occupying second house is good. So let us give moon green color. Then seventh Lord, Saturn, also eighth Lord, and also ninth Lord occupying ninth house. 7, 9, 9 are improving houses to the seventh house. But it is eighth Lord, one weakness. But look at the sublord, it is second sublord and also eighth sublord. This is weak actually. Second and eighth sublord. Eighth lord and also eighth sublord. So 2 and 8. It is eighth house to the seventh house and eighth house to the lagna. Eighth lord having some weakness. Eighth lord and eighth sublord, it is having some weakness. So what we can give favorable and unfavorable, we can say Saturn planet is mixed, right? And Lagna Lord, second Lord we have taken, seventh Lord we have taken, and fifth Lord, so 11th Lord, fourth Lord, 11th Lord, and occupying fourth house. So 11 is not supported here, but in the CSL, sixth sublord, ninth sublord, 10th sublord, 12th sublord. 6, 10, 12 are not good, but 9th sublord is supportive. So 11th Lord and 9th sublord is good, but 4, 4, 6, 10, 12, this is weak. So obviously it has to be red, but because of the 11 and 9, so we can make it as a pink, but how to differentiate? 6, 10, 12 is there, no. So let us give Venus is light red, keeping in mind that it is also having 11th Lord and 9th sublord. Because of the 6, 10, 12, I am giving that 4th Lord, and 6, 10, 12, I am giving light red, not dark red. Then Sun planet is third Lord, fifth occupant, 3, 7, 11. It's a free planet also. It is very good. Sun is going to be dark green. And Mars is fifth Lord, 10th Lord occupying 2. 5 and 2 are good. And 4, 8, 12 star Lord and third sublord. So it is having favorable grouping along with the obstacles. So Mars we can give blue. And Rahu, third occupant and 1 fine star lord, sublord. So this is good. But look at the second planet Mercury, 12th lord occupying 6th house. This is having some weakness. But second star lord and fourth sublord. So it is having some mixed significators. Only second is good and this is weak. So Rahu is good only, but because of the second planet, it is having some weakness. So Rahu we can give light green. Otherwise, for this we can give dark green because of the second planet some weakness. Rahu can be given light green. Jupiter, sixth lord occupying sixth house. If you look at OCL and OCC only, sixth lord occupying sixth house. It is not good, but not detrimental. It can become unfavorable only it is moving towards unfavorable grouping houses. But it is having 1, 5, 9 and 7 and 11. It is the sixth lord is moving towards favorable houses, that to 7 and 11 cuspal sublord, 1, 5, 9. It is good only. Second planet Ketu, ninth occupant, and 6 and 10. It is talking about the professional prospects, but this is, it is having weakness, but this is good. So what we can do, we cannot give light red also, we cannot give the green also, we cannot give pink also, because it is mixed. Yes, it is mixed only, but favorable on the higher side because 159 star lord and 11, 7 and 11 cuspal sublord, primary cuspal sublord. So we can give Jupiter blue, right? And Saturn we are given Mercury, 12th lord occupying 6th house. This is actually it is not good. And second star lord and fourth sublord. So second star lord is fine, but this is not actually good. But second planet, you can see Rahu 315. So because of that, its unfavorable strength will be little reduced. Still, Mercury we have to give light trade. Or Mercury can be given that Rahu, no, that 315. Because of that, it can get some strength. But still, let us keep Mercury light trade. Or because of the Rahu, we can give pink also. So when we are going to study level wise, then we will decide accordingly, right? So let us give light trade as of now, looking at the significations. And Ketu, ninth occupant 6 and 10. 6 and 10 is not unfavorable because it is the CST. This trigon is for the Karma trigon. So ninth occupant is good, 6 and 10 is weak, not detrimental, representing Jupiter again. So it is having favorable. So what we can do, Ketu can be given mixed. So we have given, we can see Ketu mixed. Venus is also mixed only, but unfavorable on the higher side. And the Sun, Moon are good. Mars is also mixed with 8 and 12. But blue color, Rahu is good. Rahu is good. But second planet having some weakness, so it is light green. Jupiter is also in the CST, CSL is good, but CLOCC having some weakness. Because of that, it is given blue. And suppose that Jupiter has got some unfavorable in CST or CSL, definitely it should not get the the blue. According to the other unfavorable houses, it either it can be given mixed or it can become light red also. Saturn, yes, it is favorable and also present 7, 9, 9 and 2, but it is having 8 and 8th cuspal sublord. So I have given the Saturn as the light, pink shade, because 8th sublord and second cuspal sublord and 8th lord and 2 and 8 cuspal sublord. So it is given mixed. And Mercury, as I said, it is having unfavorable 12, 6. 2 is okay, 4 sublord, but representing Rahu is good. But still, on the first level planet, that is Mercury, is having some weakness more. So we are giving that light trade. So now we are setting the colors. So now we are going to check the destiny planet. Let me take, yes, destiny planet. And let me open the birth chart also on side. Let us see. So the key planets. What are the key planets? Strong favorable key planets. Jupiter, Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu are all there. Now, let us check the destiny. Seventh Lord. Who is the seventh Lord? Seventh Lord is Saturn. Let us check Saturn. Saturn is in own star and 12 level also Saturn. Saturn is a mixed one, being the seventh Lord and having got some mix 8, 8, 8 are coming, it is indicating some obstacles. And that too Saturn itself is signifying, so that delay obstacles can be caused by the Saturn. And the sublord planet is Mercury. Mercury is light red, 12 and 6, but 2 and 4. It is having mixed significator, but on the unfavorable side is more. But you can check the Mercury in the second planet is Rahu. Rahu is favorable, right? So that Mercury is weak, but second planet is favorable. Now look at that star lord of the sublord. Star lord of the sublord is Ketu, is a pink 9, but second planet is Jupiter is Good. So the Mercury second planet is good. Ketu second planet is good. Now, when one level planet is weak, what we have to do, its strength can be, favorable strength can be increased by the star lord of that particular planet, or unfavorable strength can be reduced by the star lord of the particular planet. And apart from that, that planet, if it is having good key planet in its supports, the two with the ruler's link, that is going to be more favorable. That is the rule, right? Seventh lord is having that Mercury, but look at that Mercury. If you see here in the birth chart, you can see Mercury is in the sign of Jupiter and conjoined with the Jupiter. So the Jupiter is the strong, favorable key planet, right? Though 6 and 6, but 1, 5, 9, 7, 11. So that Mercury is conjoined with the Jupiter, right? That is good. And Mercury representing Rahu, that is fine. And Mercury is here, Ketu is here. Ketu represents Jupiter itself. So Mercury conjoined with the Jupiter in sign of Jupiter itself, and Ketu is indirectly conjoined with the Jupiter, that is also supportive. It means again Jupiter is passing its ruler link to the Mercury. Jupiter is here, na? That is passing ruler link. And Mercury is aspected by the Saturn. You can see Saturn is aspecting to Mercury by 10th aspect. So that source planet is aspecting to Mercury 7, 8, 9, and 2. That favorable houses are being passed to the Mercury, which is having some unfavorable houses. Please understand, 12th lord occupying 6 is different. 6th lord occupying 12 is different. So this is more unfavorable because it is 12th lord. If it is 6th lord, that impact will be more on the unfavorable side. Now Saturn is passing its ruler link to the Mercury, and Mercury is getting the ruler link from the Jupiter, because Mercury is in the sign of Jupiter and conjoined with the Jupiter itself. So that is also good. And what else? That Mercury, is indirectly connected to Ketu. That is also fine. So that way, Saturn, though Saturn is having some mixed signification, sublord planet Mercury, it is supported by the second planet Rahu and the second planet of the that Ketu, Jupiter, especially Mercury's sign lord is Jupiter and conjoined with the Jupiter. So that way, though Jupiter is 6 and 6, it is having favorable grouping. That is what I was telling. Jupiter is a blue planet, but it is having some weakness but favorable grouping. Then similarly, Mercury is unfavorable, having unfavorable houses, but second planet Rahu is good. So that way, the key planets, especially in the node planet, that second planet is stronger or weaker, that we are able to identify. So it is supportive for the marriage with some obstacles, delay, we can see that. And seventh sublord is which planet? Jupiter. Jupiter is the seventh sublord, 11th sublord, and having 6 and 6. Star level planet is Venus. Venus is having mixed significator 11 and 9 and unfavorable 4, 4, 6, 10, 12. You can see 6th house is supported by 4 and 4 and 6, 10 and 12. 7 is supported by 11 and 9 sublord also. It is third house to the 7th house. But 7 is getting some weakness from the 6, 10 and 12. So this is the Jupiter 7th sublord in the star of your planet Venus. It is having mixed significator. It is indicating some weakness at the star level. Jupiter being the free planet, it will have some significant strength, but star level having 11, it is okay, but unfavorable houses also present. Then as I said, when one level is weak, if that level planet strength favorable can be increased by or decreased by the second level planet, that is star lord of that particular planet. Step number 2, if you take star lord planet is weak with mixed signification, but Venus is in the star of Rahu is good. So unfavorable are reduced by the Rahu. So that way Venus unfavorable are reduced by the Rahu and favorable are supported by the Rahu. Apart from that, suppose Venus is having other key planet in its supports, then automatically that favorable strength will be increased. Venus is in this in own sign, and any planet is connected to Venus. I mean, no planet is in the sign of Venus. Let us open and see whether Venus is having any planet. No, because it is a lonely planet. It means no planet is conjoined with Venus or aspected by Venus, or no planet in the sign of Venus also. So in that case, Venus has to be, strength can be supported or further increased, unfavorable can be increased or favorable can be supported only through the star lord. So the star lord is favorable. Now next one is the sublord. Sublord is again that same light red color, Mercury. Mercury again is light red, 12 and 6, but you can see the Rahu again is coming. Rahu is favorable key planet representing Mercury. That's what we discussed, that Mercury getting the ruler link from the Jupiter, because Mercury is conjoined with the Jupiter in the sign of Jupiter itself. So that Jupiter is the source planet. In the star of a planet, Venus is mixed one. That Venus is in the star of Rahu. It's unfavorable or reduced by the favorable key planet Rahu, the 2A level. And sublord planet is a mixed one, especially second planet Rahu is supportive. So this Rahu is playing role here also. And that Mercury is getting the ruler link from the Jupiter. So that way it is good. Apart from that, Mercury is also having the aspect from the Saturn, another favorable key planet. It is aspecting to Mercury. Importantly, that Jupiter, seventh sublord itself is passing its ruler link to the Mercury. And Mercury in the star of Ketu, Ketu is having mixed signification representing the Jupiter. So that way Jupiter is playing role here also, and Jupiter is playing role at the source. So you can see how that seventh cuspal sublord planet in the star of a planet 11 is good and 9 sublord is good. With unfavorable grouping, it is indicating some weakness that is further reduced, unfavorable or reduced, or favorable or increased by the Rahu. And sublord, again, it is talking about mixed significator, but that is supported by the Rahu. In addition to that, Mercury is getting a ruler link from the Jupiter. And as we said, that Rahu is supporting to the Venus, right? So now that Mercury is getting the ruler link from the Jupiter, and the Mercury in the star of Ketu, that is also getting the support from the Jupiter as a second planet. So that we are able to see. And moreover, Mercury is getting the support. Mercury is also having Saturn in its supports. That Saturn is also another key planet. So that way, Jupiter, seventh cuspal sublord, is supportive for some favorable signification, but along with that, some weakness. But through the ruler's link and supports, it is favorable. You can see 7 sublord 6 is connected to the 4, 11, 4, 6, 9, 10. It is also talking about the own business prospects, fourth house related business prospects. It is connecting. So 7 is also talking about own business, right? So that is connected to 6, 6, 7, 1, 11. In the star of a planet Venus, 4, 11, 4, 6, 9, 10, 12. It is talking about the fourth house related profession, and it is own business also. Because of that, that seventh house is connected to the mixed significators. But only thing is we have to look for the favorable significator the way which we discussed. Now that destiny we checked. In the destiny, which are the favorable key planets within the destiny? Saturn is there, but Saturn is also having some 8 and 8, so some weakness is present. Then Rahu and Jupiter, right? Jupiter, though it is 6 and 6, it is having favorable. Jupiter and Rahu, these two planets are the strong favorable key planets. So Jupiter and Rahu, we have to keep it in mind. And apart from that, Saturn also there. So Saturn, when compared to this, Saturn is having weakness because of the 8 and 8. These are the planets directly playing a role in the destiny, right? So now what we have to do, we have to, other than that, Sun, Moon are favorable and Mars also having favorable, but destiny planet are having these three key planets. We can see repeatedly appearing. Rahu, Mercury, Rahu, Ketu, Jupiter. So these planets are repeatedly appearing, so their role are important. Now what we have to do, we have to check the Dasa Lord. Now let me check the Dasa Lord. Dasa Lord now is running Sun Mahadasa. Let us check Sun Mahadasa when it starts. Sun Mahadasa started at the I think 21 years. So marriageable age for this male boy, male native, is starting from 21 years. So marriageable age, it is from the Sun Dasa itself. So we have to check whether Sun is favorable for the marriage. Sun is our favorable key planet, good. And star level Mercury and sub level Mercury. Its light red here has been given, but that we already discussed. Unfavorable key planet Mercury's at 2 levels are there. That unfavorable also not strongly unfavorable, because Mercury's second planet Rahu is supportive. Rahu is supportive, and it is having Jupiter in the sign of Jupiter and conjoined with the Jupiter, and also aspected by Saturn. So these support planets are adding strength to the Mercury. That Jupiter is there at the 2A level, a second planet here also, but the Jupiter is not playing as the direct role. If it was having a direct role, it has been more favorable, but still, because Mercury's conjunction with Jupiter in the sign of Jupiter, it is multiple support, and Saturn also aspect to do that. So because of that, that dasa is supportive for marriage, so it is not denying. But if you look at only CLOCC, Sun in the star of Mercury, 12 and 6, sublord is 12 and 6. So it will indicate as if that it is not supportive for the marriage. Please understand, suppose that Sun is having seventh lord or seventh sublord, this 12 and 6 impact will be more on the seventh house matters. So now this 12 and 6 is indicating definitely some weakness, but not that 12 and 6 not acting on the seventh lord or seventh sublord. I think you are able to understand now, right? And moreover, 12 and 6 is different. 6 and 12, if it was there, it definitely would have been, weakness will be more. So now in the Sun Mahadasa, which are the favorable key planet? Sun and Rahu and Jupiter. They are same planet, Rahu, Jupiter. Indirectly, that Saturn. So now what we have to do, we have to check the planet. Strong favorable key planet is Sun. That is the green planet. That itself is the Dasa Lord. So definitely, role of Sun is important in the Buddhi Lord, because all other planets which are ruling the Sun is all mixed only. The Jupiter or Rahu are playing as the second planet, and also it supports. The direct ruler is Sun. So definitely the Buddhi Lord should have the Sun. So let us check which are the planets are having that Sun. Moon, no, Sun is not there. Moon is okay, but star level, all planets are pink shade only, all mixed. Especially Saturn is repeatedly coming 8 and 8 and 8. So it is not so good. Mars is okay, mixed in the source level planet. That is not a problem. But second level planet Venus is having some weakness at the star level, right? And again, sub-level planet is also having Saturn. So here there is no Sun is playing. No Jupiter is straight away playing. Rahu is not playing at the primary level straight away. Let us check Rahu. Rahu itself is fine. Star level Moon is also fine. 2A level, sorry, that sub-level moon is also fine. So Rahu, moon is good. 2A level planet Ketu, Jupiter is playing role, that is fine only. But only thing is, the role of sun is missing. Sun is not playing. So let us keep this Rahu in the waiting list. Because the strong favorable key planet is the Lord itself. When it is a strong favorable key planet, its role is important in the Buddhi Lord. That's the rule which I have been telling that. Then Jupiter. Jupiter is fine, but 6 and 6. But star level Venus, that is not good. It is going to be supported by this. And again, that sublord also Mercury, it is all having some weakness that we already discussed. Only because of the ruler link only they are getting the supports, and supports also given by the key planet. So that is supportive for the marriage despite some obstacles. But Jupiter will not be strong enough to conduct the marriage during its period. So it is not having sun also. Saturn, all levels, it is good, but 8, 8, 8, 8, all are coming, and sub-level Mercury. So this is not good. This is also not going to be favorable. This is also not going to be strong. And this is also not strong. And look at that Mercury. Mercury on its own 6 and 12 and 6. Source is okay, not a problem. Source is talking about that unfavorable. But look at the star level Ketu. Ketu also having mixed significators. Ketu having mixed significator representing Jupiter. Mercury having Rahu. Star Lord having Ketu, Jupiter, and the 2A level planet Saturn, other key planet at the 2A level. Saturn is directly playing, definitely Aethos will be strongly playing, but it is only 2A level. Look at sublord is Sun. So Sun is playing role for Mercury at this sub-level. So Sun is good, and these, now let us check the key planets which are playing role in the support. Let me clear this one. So Mercury, we know that Mercury is having that Rahu, and it is having Jupiter, and also it is having Saturn, because Mercury is aspected by all these planets. And Ketu is having, as I said, Jupiter is playing role at the second planet, and Ketu is conjoined with the Saturn, right? Saturn is another key planet. And the Ketu having indirect conjunction with the Jupiter also. So that is also present to the Ketu. And Ketu in the star of Saturn itself, that Saturn is passing ruler link to the Ketu. Ketu in the conjunction to Saturn, and the Saturn itself is the star lord for Ketu. That Ketu, Saturn is having good signification, supporting to this 9 despite some obstacles. So through the ruler link, it will add additional strength to the Ketu and indirectly Jupiter. Sublord is Sun. Sun itself is strongly favorable. So that way, this planet is compared to Saturn, having got Sun, the key planet of the Dasa Lord. And also you can see in the Dasa Lord that Mercury, Rahu are repeatedly appearing. Ketu, Jupiter are repeatedly appearing. So through the Mercury, Rahu will be playing. Through the Ketu, Jupiter will be playing. The Mercury also conjoined with the Jupiter. So Rahu, Jupiter role will be there directly or as second planet. It should be there. That is playing role here, right? Here also you can see Mercury, Rahu, and important levels are having that other key planet, Jupiter, Saturn, and Sun. The most important point is the role of the key planet, the solar key planet is Sun. And so Mercury is supportive. And what about Ketu? Yes. Ketu planet, you can see Ketu, what we have studied Ketu is Ketu itself playing second planet Jupiter. Star level is okay, 2A level also good, okay, but with some obstacles, and Sun is at this sublord. So similar combinations, but only thing is Ketu is coming as the planet level. So that is also is supportive because Ketu is getting the ruler link from the Saturn, right? Saturn is passing ruler link to the Ketu, and Ketu is already having connection to the Jupiter. And sublevel planet Sun is playing role. No other planet other than the Mercury and Ketu are having the sun in their rulers. Venus also not good, and Rahu is okay. These are all okay, but role of sun is not playing. In the Sun Mahadasa, Sun is the strong key planet, and other key planets which are supporting to the Sun are indirectly Rahu and Jupiter. So that Buddhi Lord will have that, and Sun also and Rahu and Jupiter, that we can see only in Mercury and Ketu. No other planet are having such signification. But if you look at the signification 229, 79, so all the favorable houses at CLOCC at level wise it will have. But impact, because that Sun Dasa is having only Sun is strongly favorable directly appearing. Remaining planets are all through the second planet or through supports only, especially as I said, Rahu and Jupiter. They are repeatedly appearing. Their role is important. They are ruling here and also here. So Sun Mahadasa, Mercury Bugdi and Ketu Antra, that is favorable. Why? Mercury is stronger than the Ketu, though it is 12th Lord occupying 6th house, that Mercury is conjoined with the Jupiter and also aspected by Saturn, and star level planet Ketu is supported by the Saturn by ruler's link and Sun. So that way this Mercury is comparatively better than the Ketu, because Ketu in the star of Saturn, and again Saturn, it is talking about 8, 8, because it is 8 and 8 are talking about some obstacles. So this is not having any 8 house. It is talking about only 6 and 10. 6 and 10 is not detrimental. Ninth occupant representing Jupiter and having got Saturn and Jupiter in its supports also. So that way it is supportive when compared to this second level and 2A level. This Ketu representing Jupiter is better than the Saturn, because Saturn is having 8 and 8. It is indicating delay. Because of that, Mercury and Ketu are better. Out of that, Mercury is better than the Ketu. Let us check the period in which he got married. The date of marriage is 4th March 2022. Let me write it down. Date of marriage is 4th March 2022. Let us check the period. 2022. Mercury book the 4th March. Yes, Ketu Antra. Mercury book the Ketu Antra, the marriage happened. That was the time the marriage occurred. So, what are the Dasa Bugdi? Sun Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, and Ketu Antra. You can see this is happening within, say, 1 or 2 months only. That period is running. But you can see that marriage would have been fixed in prior to the 3 months, 4 months before itself. You can see, let me move this. Yes, you can see, March month is coming in this. You can see from January onwards, Mercury started. 3 months, 6 months before itself, that engagement or fixation would have happened. Saturn Bugdi itself would have supported. How? You can see Saturn is favorable, 7992, 7, it is all supportive for the engagement. And Saturn also, you can see Saturn where it is posted, Saturn in the sign of Jupiter. So that Saturn is in the sign of Jupiter, so Jupiter is a favorable 1, 5, 9, 7 and 11 cuspal sublord. So Saturn is supportive for the fixation of the marriage, but not to conduct the marriage. So in Saturn, Bugdi would have supported for the fixation, and marriage would have happened during that Mercury Bugdi Ketu Antra. You understand? So, but this is not strong enough to conduct the marriage, but it is supportive for marriage prospects, but not to conduct the event. So, to conduct the event, the period Bugdi should be strong enough, you know that, and also the important key planet of the Dasa Lord Sun is not present here. So that way it is not supported to conduct the marriage during this period. So marriage happened in Sun Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, Ketu, Andhra. I think you are able to understand the importance of the key planet. The two dasal are strong favorable key planet. The two that dasa lord itself is strong and free planet, its role is important. And other key planets, if you look at Mercury there, as I said, the second planets are the support planets are strongly playing, making the destiny that dasa lord is supportive. Their role is also importantly playing role, making that Buddhi is also supportive. I think you are able to understand this one, right? So let us check whether the transit is how far it is supportive also on that particular day. So definitely Jupiter transit can be supportive. It will add some more value. What is the date? 4th March 2022. 22. Yes. Let me open the birth chart. Let me clear this one. Jupiter is posted. Where is Jupiter? Jupiter is posted in the Aquarius sign. So net transit was happening for Jupiter in the Aquarius sign. Now, whether Jupiter is aspecting to the moon, yes, it is aspecting to moon. Whether it is aspecting to Venus, is ninth aspect, it is aspecting to Venus. These are all adding strength, adding more value, adding supportive strength to the event. Then other than that, moon is in the sign of, where is moon? Moon is in the sign of Jupiter itself, in the star of Saturn and another key planet, right? And Dasa Lord is Sun. Sun is in the sign of Saturn conjoined with Jupiter. That is also good. And Bugdi Lord is Mercury. Mercury also in the sign of Saturn. You can see Saturn is playing important role. Mercury is conjoined with Saturn also. Mercury in the star of Mars, but sub of Jupiter. That Mercury is conjoined with Saturn, so that is good. So that way the key planets are, the Dasa Bugdi are in the sign of favorable key planet and conjoined with that planet also. That is all adding value. So Venus, not Venus, Sun Mahadasa, Mercury Bugdi, Ketu Antra. Where is Ketu? Ketu in the sign of Mars and star of Jupiter and sub of Rahu. They are all key planets. So that way it is all favorable. I think we are able to identify how that transit also supportive to the Dasa Bugdi Antra, which are having some mixed significations. I think you're able to understand. So in this chart, as I said, importantly, the key planets role and mixed key planets, especially Rahu Ketu are playing, the second planet also supporting, because they are also forming ruler link or significant sign lord, or they are conjoined with that planet, or somehow other planets also supporting to that. So that those planets only playing role in the Dasa Lord, so their important role also playing role, and most importantly, the strong favorable key planet, Dasa Lord's key planet, Sun role in the Bugdi Lord and also Antra Lord is playing. Not other planets are supported for the marriage during its period. But Saturn was supported for the, finalization of the marriage because it is having favorable grouping. But because of the obstacle causing houses and some unfavorable houses and absence of the Sun, it did not favor for the marriage during its period. It is supported for the engagement or fixation, but marriage happened only in the Mercury and Ketu. I think you're able to understand. We will meet in the next video wherein we can find the pilt table, how we are able to find whether that key planets are helpful in finding the Dasa Bugdi periods. Okay. Thank you. Good luck.